Hello everybody, Coop here and welcome back to another episode of the Adelaide Crows management career here on AFL 23. We've got a few things we're going to do today. We're going to get through obviously some games, but we're also going to be getting through the mid-season draft as that is here on the 31st of May after our game against the Lions. And then we'll probably get through the end of June as well, because I think we have a bye. Actually, no, we don't have a bye. We have 5 games in the month of July. So we'll get through June and then we'll come back next episode for the North Melbourne game. So we're going to do just the 4 games this episode plus the mid-season draft. So that should give us plenty of stuff to do. So we're going to adjust the lineup for today's fixtures. Matt Crouch appears to be injured. Not ideal, but we will get around it. Mr. Saligo is going to come in. We've got very interesting set of players. Chase Jones is back. We'll bring him into the bench. Let's have a quick scout of our defensive lineup. Parnell or McPherson. We'll go... McPherson can come to the bench. Ideally, we probably want to bring in another midfielder. Sam Berry is an option. We'll maybe leave that there. Actually, we'll bring Will Hamill in for Parnell as well. I like that. And then Fogarty, Walker, Miller, Rankin, McHenry, and Murphy can be the forward line. We've only got the 4 injuries at the moment. But that is going to do that for that match. Hopefully, why are we doing it again? Hopefully we can win this matchup against the Lions. They are positioned in 4th on the ladder at the moment. We're currently sitting in 6th, I believe. Yes. So let's play up against the Lions in the Sir Doug Nicholls round. And we do win by 31 points at home. Massive second quarter, 5 goals to 3. And then in the second half, we outscored them 7 goals to 5. So really good game by the Crows. In terms of the major ball winners, Sloan had 49 touches, Rankin kicked 3 goals, and very impressive performance by us. We now have the mid-season draft, which we'll skip forward to. We'll have a quick scout of the ladder. We are currently positioned in 3rd, which I'm very happy about. But before we get into the mid-season draft, as always, we will look at the most recent week's fixtures. We can see that Carlton beat Sydney in Sydney by 27 points. St Kilda beat Hawthorn by 9. Melbourne beat Fremantle at home by 43. Geelong beat the Giants by 31. Gold Coast beat the Bulldogs at home by 52. Essendon went to Perth and beat West Coast by 20. Port Adelaide had a victory at the MCG against Richmond by 40. Collingwood beat North Melbourne by 8, and we obviously won our game, as you guys would have seen. We now have the mid-season draft. Apparently there's only 3 picks, which doesn't make a great deal of sense. But, so that was slightly anticlimactic. We now have the Gold Coast, who are battling in 9th. They're wanting a top 8 position, which they've never achieved in their club's history. They've got a very healthy percentage. We're going to Darwin for this match. We've got a few injuries. Murphy is injured. We're going to bring on McAdam. Hopefully we can find another forward on our bench that we really like. Actually, we'll bring in Matt Crouch. Matt Crouch can actually stay on the bench for this one, I reckon. That will be the way to go. And then if we can find another forward, we might actually leave that for now. I do like the look of that. But we're going to skip forward to the Suns game. Hopefully we do win. We unfortunately lose by 20. Disappointing last quarter. We were definitely within a chance of winning, but 4 goals to 1 in the final quarter where we didn't kick straight. Not ideal. Now have West Coast at home. They're down in 13th. We've dropped down to 5th, but we are a chance of winning this. Seedsman is out. Crouch will come in. We'll move Saligo to the wing. And then we might actually bring on Lockie Scholl to go to the bench for Seedsman. Lockie Murphy is back from his injury. We'll go McAdam can come off. And then who else is going to come in? Schoenberg. No. Rochelle could be a chance. Might bring Rochelle in for McHenry, I reckon. That will be the go. Or do we go Millerer? We'll go Millerer. And we'll go confirm that lineup. We're going to simulate the West Coast match. We lose at home, unfortunately, by 7 points. We almost clawed back a comeback. We're down by 34 points at three-quarter time. We kicked 7 goals to 3 in the final quarter. Unfortunately, couldn't quite peg it back. Ben Keys ended up with 49 touches and 2 goals. Probably got the 3 Brownlow medal votes. I just noticed that we forgot to do the fixtures for last week. We only had looks like the 6 games. So Carlton beat Melbourne, Port beat Hawthorn, West Coast lost by a point to Collingwood, we lost to the Gold Coast, Western Bulldogs beat Geelong, and Richmond beat GWS. Brisbane, Sydney, St Kilda and Fremantle had byes. And then we haven't quite finished this round yet. We'll have a look. You can see that Sydney beat St Kilda by 52, Port lost to the Western Bulldogs by 23, Brisbane beat Hawthorn by 51, we lost to the West Coast Eagles, Richmond beat Fremantle in Perth by 27, and GWS beat North Melbourne by 13. We then had a bye in this upcoming round, so we will skip past this round. We won't be auto-picking our lineup. We need to we'll bring probably one of our taller players into the lineup. We'll make the Himmelberg the sub. I do like the rest of our lineup, so we'll go with that for now. We've gone back-to-back losses in the episode so far. Let's have a look at the calendar. Sorry, is this the last match that we were going to do? This is the last match we're going to do. So we're going to do a little bit of a shorter episode this time around, guys. So I do hope you don't mind. But we're going to have a little bit of a longer episode next time around. So we're going to confirm the lineup. Hopefully we can win this, end the episode on a high. And unfortunately we lose again. We get 15 points down to Collingwood. They really kicked away in the final quarter. But yeah, we were up at three-quarter time by 13 points. But yeah, 6 goals to 1 is not ideal. And there are your major ball winners on screen now. What does that do for our finals positioning? If we have a look at the ladder, you can see that we're still in 8th, but that's just off of percentage. Port Adelaide have hopped ahead of us now. We're also tied with Richmond for 9th, so we're sort of middle of the park, which is sort of what you would expect from us so far. We have North Melbourne at home for the next round. They're in some seriously bad form. They're in last place. They've lost their most recent 5 games after a positive start to the season. So hopefully we can turn that around with a win. But before we go, we'll go over the fixtures of last week and the statistics as well. Slightly shorter round due to 6 teams having a bye. You can see that Geelong lost to Melbourne at home by 19 points. St Kilda beat Brisbane by 22. Sydney beat West Coast at home by 30. Fremantle beat Essendon in Perth by 42. We lost to Collingwood after blowing a lead at three-quarter time. Hawthorn beat Gold Coast by 18 points on the Gold Coast. I believe all the bye rounds are done now. We'll have a look at the statistics. Who is leading the column? It is Dunstan of Melbourne and Hugh McCluggage of Brisbane having 20 goals apiece. Disposal winners is Lockie Hunter. He's got 560. Marks is Hugh McCluggage again with 59. Tackles wise, it's Luke Shuey with 34. Callum Mills is not far behind on 33. Clearances is actually tied with Matt Crouch, Berry and Adams doing a very, very good job. And hit outs is Barnett of West Coast with 127. But that will do it for today. As I said, a little bit of a shorter episode compared to normal. Hope you guys don't mind, but that will do it. Thank you so much for watching up until this point. We are getting ever so close to 300 subscribers, not far away at the time of recording, only 10 away. So if you haven't subscribed already, I would really appreciate it if you do subscribe to the channel. It massively helps out the channel. But until next time, guys, I hope you have a lovely, lovely day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you guys then. Bye!